Well, you're a self-proclaimed pedo, so you think it'll be hot to your girl with my older cock?
The police here for me. There's a on your vehicle. There is a.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video in a long time because I couldn't post on YouTube for about 2 months, so it's great to be back. That being said, there is a lot of new content on my locals since I was only able to pretty much post there and Facebook, so be sure to join me on my locals to check out all of my exclusive content. Anyway, let's get into the video. This catch I traveled to New Glarus, Wisconsin. It's pretty notorious for the New Glarus beer. There's a New Glarus brewery there, and if you're from Wisconsin, it's pretty popular beer, so fun fact. And the town is very, very small, but it is a little touristy, I would say, and the theme of the whole town is very Swiss. It is a nice little town. When I went there, it was below freezing, but it was well worth it. I went there to catch Nathan, age 45, of Madison, Wisconsin. Now, we both know Dane County, Madison, they do not arrest, they do not investigate. So I had to take him to a neighboring county, and it worked. This is definitely one of the top 3 worst people I've ever encountered since doing this, and I just knew he had to be arrested. I couldn't take any risks, so that's why I had to bring him to a county that would most likely arrest, or at least get him out of a county that definitely doesn't arrest or investigate. But yeah, this is Nathan, who's only in contact with the decoy for approximately 2 weeks, but within that 2-week span, he did tremendous damage, and like I said, he was definitely one of the worst, definitely top 3 in my opinion, of one of the sickest. You'll see during the confrontation, Nathan's style is to sound pretty innocent, per the usual. If they're not denying it, they try to sound pretty innocent at first. However, when I was reading him the chats, he did say, yep, So he was acknowledging the things that he was saying to the decoy, and he did admit to saying those things, but his excuses were pretty unique. I don't want to read all of the chat logs, but I'll read a few of them. They are pretty graphic. On the app that Nathan and the decoy used to message each other, Nathan had a strategy. He thought he could send one-time photos with text overlays of things that he wanted to say that were illegal. Since it was a one-time photo that he would send with words on the screen, the photo was not meant to be screenshotted, and you cannot save it or replay the photo. So he's in the clear, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have them all saved right here on my phone. Without his knowledge, of course, all the messages were so bad, and I genuinely do warn you guys right here. This is a massive trigger warning. So you think it'll be hot to f your year-old pussy with my older cock? My old in your young year-old pussy? Maybe you'll be young, dumb, and full of cum? Not gonna lie, I do love bald, young pussy. You don't want to be my year-old that I with my raw adult cock. Why don't you be a good little for me? Makes your young school girl pussy wet? You want a pedo to f your pussy? That last one right there. He's a self-proclaimed so he gets off knowing he's a that is a whole new level of sick, to put it lightly. I think we can agree that the next 180 pages of chat logs do not matter because it's not in our hands anymore, and it's up to the detectives and investigators now, and I definitely read the top handful of the worst chats that he sent. So I think you guys get the idea. But what put the nail in the coffin for me was when he talked to the decoy about chicken wings. She asked him what sauce he used to dip his wings in, and he said, "No sauce, I'm not a child." When she questioned this statement and claimed she sees adults dip their chicken wings, he said, "Nope, those are children. If you dip anything in sauce, you don't like food." What kind of monster says these things? I also did a phone call with him. I'll play just a little bit of the clip right here.
I think the naughtiest that maybe if you wanted to record it for your first time.
Yeah, that sounds hot.
We could do that.
Yes.
Make a little video.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting fucked by an older man.
That full clip is available to listen to on Locals. Viewer discretion is advised. Just a heads up. But yeah, if you want to hear that full gross phone call, it is on my Locals. ElizXbeth.locals.com. But yeah, Nathan wanted to film them having sex, and he wanted to produce CP, and he wanted to show it to other old, gross, dirty men, is what he said. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the catch. Here we go. Bro, he's gonna see me.
Just rough.
What do you mean? Shit. You come here. I'm nervous.
Huh?
I'm nervous.
Those are propane tanks, not ice machines.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Good old Nathan, what's going on, man? You did?
Yeah, this isn't good.
Is it?
Yeah, so you can either talk to us or we'll get the cops here. You can either talk to us or we'll get the cops here.
What do you want me to say? What would you like?
Well, you're a self-proclaimed pedo. What was that about?
I was just seeing what you might be alleged.
What?
Seeing if that sort of stuff aroused you.
Aroused? Why are you trying to arouse a year-old?
Well, I never really thought you were.
But she said
Wait,
she was.
Are you from New Glarus? Have you guys been waiting for me this whole time?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're not from New Glarus, though. But the
Okay.
county that you live in doesn't arrest. So, in case you were to take off, this county does.
What county that I live in?
Oh, never mind. Anyway, what are you doing trying to turn a year-old girl on?
I was just seeing what you liked.
But why, though? Because she's not an adult. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, if the cops are on the way,
The cops aren't on the way, but I can get them on the way. Get his license plate.
That's how you want to do it, Nathan. We'd rather just talk to you, interview, because we're trying to figure out what's going on with people like you.
all right, well, would you want to go sit down?
Can you help yeah, we can sit down.
Sorry. I'm not trying to come at you. You guys want to go sit down somewhere that's warm?
I mean, we could stand over here so we're not creating a scene.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I'm just worried about...
Just watch your step, it's icy.
Yes. No, if you want to go somewhere...
I mean, it's not too bad right here.
hold on.
We're-
There's, I believe, a park right around the corner.
Right here's fine.
We'll just take up 5 minutes of your time. It doesn't have to be anything long. It doesn't have to be crazy. We're filming for safety reasons, obviously. But I mean, it got pretty bad, you know. You did say, you know, you did imply filming a with her, which would be... Do you understand that is what I'm getting at? So what was going through your mind when you said that?
Honestly, I don't even know what was going through my mind. I'm not sure I trusted my gut that this was absolutely wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if you didn't get caught, it's still wrong.
I know. Yeah. It's not even getting caught. It's just, to be honest, I really was just planning on not even being just come hang out, just talk.
So what did you mean by, you know, filming a sexual encounter, and then you even discussed showing that idea, well, the idea you discussed of showing the video to other nasty older men? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, online there's some girls who like to role play that they're younger, being exposed, and they enjoy that sort of stuff, kind of like a dogging sort of thing.
But she never discussed role play, and she never discussed that she was an adult at any time. She said she was, and then you said, that is okay. How can I text you? So I don't know where you're getting the role play thing from.
No, I just kind of always assumed that. I didn't know if you were actually doing that, so I figured we might as well just meet.
Well, what if she was real?
Then probably just talk, see what happens, and go if she wanted me to go.
My old young-year-old pussy. I do love bald young pussy. Maybe you'll be young, dumb, and full of cum. So you think it'll be hot to your year-old with my older cock? All of that stuff you said.
Yeah, I just kind of role play and talking.
It's not role playing though. There was no discussion of role play ever, and there was no discussion of her being any age but flirting. Okay. Why do you want to see me in the shower? Because of see your wet young body. So it sounds like you just have a fascination with younger teens. Do you? I mean, would that be safe to assume? Sorry. You're fine. Would that be safe to assume?
Not safe to assume, but...
Okay, so can you correct me then? I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's one of those... I'm just attracted to a lot of different people.
Okay, a lot of different people. Any of them being year-olds or just this one?
Before, so...
Haven't before. So this is like a new thing for you.
And like I had mentioned, I just got out of a bad relationship and was just talking to people and...
I'd rather suck on your than just ignore my issues, not gonna lie. Wish you'd show them off. So you're asking for essentially. What if she was despite the role play and she did send it? Now you have on your phone.
I would not have kept that, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Everything on the internet, even if you delete it, it's there forever.
I'm just gonna grab some water that So what do you want from me now, though?
I was just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's what you said.
You know, he's the one that's been talking to you, so I'll give him the floor. Do you want a drink? I'm gonna go in and buy a drink.
I just had water.
Okay, do you want a drink?
Yeah, it's been me and you one-on-one, buddy. Now you meet the real Kristen.
I totally forgot the name again. I do apologize.
I never forgot your name because we get to talk every day. All day, man.
Yeah, all day.
Wow. How about that?
The reason why I asked if he wanted a drink was for me to step away and call the police. I never actually went inside the establishment and got a drink. I called the police. In Wisconsin, I always have that risk of having myself arrested when I do call cops there on the spot, but thankfully it was not the case this time. As sad as it is worth it when it comes to as bad as these guys. It is worth taking that risk of getting a fine or getting arrested or detained myself. No other state really does this, or I've never really experienced it in any other state except Lansing, Michigan, but it's pretty common here in Wisconsin. As you can tell, he's taking the route of being overly nice and cooperative, specifically in hopes that I won't call the cops, but I'm not falling for that. I did walk away rather quickly to get the cops there because the thing is, I thought the cops were going to take their time getting there. However, I was wrong. They showed up extremely quick, and I just didn't want to risk him driving away before the cops would get there, which is why I called the cops pretty quickly on into the confrontation. So I had to have Chris stall him a bit, but it worked out because Chris knew exactly what the chat log said, and I think it was really beneficial for evidence.
I know you think I'm years old the whole time as you're sending these kind of messages to me. And it's sick, and obviously it's my job to just go along with it. When you read through those messages, any time it gets to that point of actual messages, it's never the year-old starting it. It's not the year-old that brings up that kind of stuff first. It's always you, and then, you know, she's gonna say things like she's into that. Sure, yeah, she's gonna agree with you, but it's always you that brings them up first. and you just kept building on it. You kept stacking it higher and higher.
Hi, I was trying to call the non-emergency because there's a guy in New Glarus at the Roy's Market trying to meet an alleged year-old girl for sex, and he called himself a self-proclaimed.
And you're not the first one we've ever met. You're not the first one we've talked to. Okay, we've been doing this a long time. But it's always that experience of how high is a person like you gonna stack? How much are you gonna add to that? And you added almost more than we've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I know they're printed out there, the screenshots we have of the little pictures you send of words on the screen, getting excited over the idea of calling yourself a pedo. In my opinion, that's a whole different level of sick, man. You need help. You need help.
So is that what you?
This isn't a matter of I want to pull out a weapon and hurt you. This is a matter of you need help. If you want to be a part of society, you need help, or you could end up hurting somebody.
Would you actually help me?
I can't help you. I'm not qualified, but there's obviously there's routes you can go. There's therapy. Have you ever done therapy?
It's been a long time.
Mental health is obviously a huge thing that more and more people are tackling.
We confront people that try to meet off the internet, and he called himself a and said that he would have had sex with her.
And there's different facets to it, and for you it's something that you can have a confidential, obviously this conversation wasn't very confidential you were having with this little girl, but you could have an actual confidential conversation with a professional and go over these feelings you have in a productive manner where you can maybe get rid of them.
Are the police here for me?
What's that?
Are the police here for me?
I don't know.
No, did you call them? Or?
I didn't call them.
Okay. Well, do you want to go, or?
I want to keep talking to you.
Is the police here? Or?
I'm going to keep talking to you. I don't know if they're coming over here. I don't know if they're going to talk to you, if they're here for something else.
Okay.
But I've been the one talking to you for 2 weeks, man. I've talked to people like you for months at a time. For years. I've talked to the same person for 2 years. But just talking to you for 2 weeks, it was hard. It was as hard as talking to somebody for 2 years. You're bad, man. And I don't know if you can look in the mirror and see how bad you are. And I know in some of your messages you do talk down about yourself. You do have low self-esteem issues. And this is obviously all kept under in the same grouping. You need help.
Yeah.
You could end up hurting somebody innocent, like obviously.
Can I tell you that I actually just want to hurt myself?
You do?
I really just want to grab a and swallow it and just be done with this.
Do you have any weapons in your vehicle or on your person?
Not on my person, no.
In your vehicle?
There is a.
There's a in your vehicle.
I have a concealed carry weapon license.
That's okay. Please step over here, because I don't want you near that weapon. Because
no,
I don't think you should hurt yourself. I don't think anybody should, no matter how terrible of a person
I just want
they might be.
The cops going to take me in today.
What's that?
Do you think the police are going to arrest me today?
I don't know. That's not up to me.
You're in control of this right now. Yes, it's up to you right now. You're in control of
I'm not in control.
Yes, you're in control.
I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not law enforcement.
But you're in control of this whole situation.
Hello.
See, you're in control of this whole situation. Morning. Afternoon.
What's going on?
Do you know anything so far?
Yeah, a
Okay.
little bit.
So this gentleman here for the last 2 weeks has been chatting with me online through a chat room, through texting, and through Instagram, under the impression that I'm a 14-year-old girl. There's been a lot of actual messages, which we have some printed off, but we have well over 100 pages digitally on a Google Drive. But he did just tell me that he doesn't want to hurt himself, and he does have a in his vehicle.
Oh. So, you can handle your
Before we move forward with the police interaction, I do want to let you guys know that running these operations, it takes a lot of time and it is actually pretty expensive. It takes a lot of time out of our everyday regular life, and it is not cheap to run these things. So liking, comment, sharing, subscribing, it really helps the channel. Or you can also support me by buying my merch, redpillthreads.com/Courtney ElizXbeth. My best seller on there is the Curb Stomp Your Local Pedo shirt. I also have it. And then I also have the retro design of my logo and my name, my brand. But yeah, that's a really great way to support me, and send me a picture and I'll post you on my Instagram of you wearing my merch. redpillthreads.com/CourtneyElizXbeth. Use promo code ElizXbeth at the checkout for 10% off store-wide. Link for that will be in the description. Let's move on with this video.
So it's a you come here to see the worst. Was that your mindset today? Well, that's fine. I'm gonna have you stand right here. All right. Just for did you say you wanted to kill yourself? Did you say and you haven't listened? Is that how you would do it? You don't know. Okay. Would you be willing to talk to Northwest Connections or a crisis line?
Shut up really fast.
And then
Monticello?
So I'll have you take your items out of your
Yep, take your hands
sorry.
out of your pockets for me.
Sorry.
Do you have any weapons in the vehicle? What do you have in the vehicle?
Firearm.
A firearm? We're just going to put you in handcuffs for safety right now, okay? What's your name, bud? What's your name? Nathan? Where are you from, Nathan? Okay, all right. Do you have any weapons on you? Any pocket knives, anything like that? Okay, can I check? It's not expired. I'll give that to her as well. Let's see. Where's the
If you've seen a lot of my catches, or just catches in general, it is impossible to estimate when the cops will get there. Sometimes it takes the police over an hour to arrive, and sometimes it takes less than 3 minutes to arrive, which is great. I did want more time to interview this guy, as we barely did touch on his gross, disgusting, vile messages. However, I just couldn't risk him driving away and the cops not getting there in time. You never know, so I definitely did the right thing. And the cops have everything and they'll know everything. Also, with him having a in his car, him having the weapon, and his state of mind, it was best to just end it right there anyway. Legally, I didn't want to be responsible or in that mess if he were to hurt himself. Sadly, there is no guarantee of him being charged. These officers, however, were very respectful. They gathered all of the evidence. They also detained Nathan, and we were all sitting out there in freezing degrees for a couple of hours, and it was really nice that the officers did not about it or think that we were wasting their time. I mean, this was a really serious matter. Like I said, I'm posting this video as quickly as I can, so I'll post any more updates as they come on social media like Facebook and Instagram. You could have seen this video early and uncensored if you joined my Locals. Locals is only $5 a month, and there's 20 plus exclusive videos on there and some extra content on there. Yeah, check me out on Locals. It's a great way to support me, and it's a great way to stay in shape. CourtneyElizXbeth.locals.com. You could have seen this video early if you were there. I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. You could have seen the video early if you were there. So yeah, join the club, y'all. Check out my merch at redpillthreads.com/CourtneyElizXbeth. Use promo code ElizXbeth at the checkout. And if you live in the Dane County area, share this video. It is very necessary, especially if he is not charged. Let's just all hope and pray that justice is served, and yeah, we really caught a bad one this time, and it's absolutely disgusting. So may he rot in pieces, whatever, and justice will be served. Hopefully, let's hope and pray. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to follow me on Facebook, Courtney ElizXbeth. It's the page with 51K followers. Follow me on Instagram, and follow me on Locals. All the links will be in the description. Be sure to buy my merch or at least check it out. Again, use my promo code ElizXbeth at the checkout. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Be safe. Bye!
I like that this town has background music. Sounds like an ice cream machine is constantly going.
Where is the background music?
I don't know where it's
The
coming
town
from.
doesn't have background.
You hear it?
Yeah, but it's not the town that has background music.
I mean, it's a small town. You can probably hear it everywhere, right?
Poor Chris, you got eye booger on your...
Great. Now we can't use any of this footage. I'm gonna redo the whole thing.
Actually looks like a frozen teardrop.
Maybe it is.